Alright folks, welcome back. Just let me record one more video, and then I'll go to bed, I promise. Two things are going to happen in the next 90-ish minutes. One, we're going to win the arms race. We're going to get the big pants, the biggest world record pants. Two, the run still won't be over. So, here's what we need to work on. We've already got the burglar we can copy with blueprints and brainstorm here, giving us extra hands. The problem is our deck is a little bit constrained still. We don't have enough cards to play all of those hands, to play 15 hands. So what we need is we need to add more cards to our deck. We need to grow our deck first, and then we can grow our pants a commensurate amount after. Let's use DNA. DNA I can also copy with blueprints and brainstorm here, and then that way I can add more cards to the deck. The problem is I don't want to add any cards to the deck. I want to add a specific card to the deck. The card that I'm looking for is this Red Seal Polychrome Queen. So sort of the best, highest scoring card that we can get. And in the last 4, maybe 6 rounds or something like that, we've had the DNA, we've been looking for the queen, but the queen just never shows up in our starting hand. With the burglar here, you can't use any discards, and DNA only applies to your first card, your first hand. So you do need to get the queen in the starting hand, and it just hasn't happened yet. So, we're hoping that will happen eventually. We can start making copies of the queen. And then once we get one queen, we can copy it, add 4 more to the deck. It should be easy to snowball from there. I'm looking to go up to maybe something like 70 cards. If we have like 15 hands times 5 cards, maybe 70 cards-ish. Let's go next. Alright, let's check out the boss. Boss says clubs are debuffed. Well, that's a stinky way to start. We have gone for, so far we got the kings and queens of clubs so that we can play the flush house. We're at a point where a full house probably wins. I don't need clubs specifically. I don't need a flush house. Maybe I can try to play these queens that are not debuffed here. But maybe we can also just re-roll the boss because all of my clubs cards are lucky cards. I could potentially get some money that way. Let's try that. Reroll the boss. What else could we do here? We could change the suits, but it's going to be harder for us to get the flush house in the future if we do that. I'll just reroll the boss. Alright, other considerations here. So we're looking for, in the shop, I want to find a death card, and then that way if I copy the queen, so maybe it's not in my starting hand, but I draw it later and then I copy it. If I have 2 of them with a death card, then it's easier for me to draw it in the opening hand in the future. So we're looking for death, looking for hung men. We weren't interested in them in the beginning, but now we want to remove some cards from the deck, and then that way we can replace them with the better cards, replace them with the queens. Let's re-roll for tarot cards. We can try a buffoon pack. Maybe I'm looking for random negatives. Oh, by the way, we are playing on 8 times speed here. So twice as fast as normal. It does go up to 32 here, but I'm just going to play times 8 here. We're using a mod for a little bit extra speed because, it gets a little bit tiring. It gets a little bit boring to, play all of the hands repeatedly. So we're going to play a little bit faster. Still going to be thorough, thoughtful, I think we don't need any of this. Joker-wise, what am I trying to do? I'm trying to use the DNA temporarily, short-term, copy the queens. After the DNA has done its thing, then we can sell the DNA and replace it with something else. Looking for Sock My Buskin, maybe looking for Dusk, so we can get re-triggers on our Triboulet, Exmult. With the DNA, I want to copy the queen, but then I'll have a bunch of queens. And in the end, I want to have like an even split kings and queens. So I'm looking for also a strength card in the shop. Standard packs, I don't think we need to open any more since we already have the fancy queen here. And I don't think I want the magic trick. If you didn't have DNA, you know, these are ways you could add cards to the deck, but I want to add good cards to the deck. So let's just keep rolling here. Looking for tarot cards. Series is okay. Planet cards are fine. Parking, we don't get the money. Earth is okay. Actually, maybe now we have enough clubs, we don't need to level up full houses anymore. We don't need to play any full houses. Maybe. $12 rerolls. Yeah. I really want that death card. Or strength, or both. $14 rerolls. Sure. Bummer. We're just gonna go next. Reroll the boss. 2 pairs sets your money to 0. Ah. That's rude as heck. That's fine, I guess. We'll live. It's not gonna kill us. It's just sad. Okay, I'm over it. We got the queen. We can do the thing. So, ship it? Nice. Then what? Okay. So now, presumably, we have extra queens in the deck. So, we play queens and 6s? I don't know. Ship it? We can play queens and kings. Eights and queens. Still have 2s in the deck, so ship it. I have 12 hands here, so I don't have to play 2 pair every hand. I'm not going to be able to. I have 2 more kings left in the deck. I'm going to play these kings. I like to play the flush house. Kings and queens is my final hand. Alright, these queens and these 2s. How about... Okay, now we're low on queens, so we can go 8s and 6s. Twos and 6s. Yeah. What about 8s and 6s again? I don't need this 2. I'm gonna play the 2 just as a solo card for the money. Ship it. Okay, so I got the 8s here. I have... Those are my bad queens. Ship it. So, I guess I have 4 queens in the deck. One of them is part of my full house. I think what we'll do is we'll go kings, and if I go kings and 6s, we draw the 8. The 8 gives us the flush house. Yeah, that works. 3 cards left in the deck. Let's ship it. Alright, get Triboulet in here. Queens and then 8s. Flush house, even without the kings, there should be plenty of points. Cool. Then what? We've got series, we've got celestial pack. Nope. We do have the... We have the telescope, so the celestial packs are guaranteed to give us Uranus. Gonna be seeing a lot of Uranus because we have 235. You know, we've just played 2-pair a lot of times, right? That's okay. We still open them. There's still a small chance we get the series cards. I want to open the Spectral Pack, but maybe I want to reroll for tarot cards first. Earth, we probably don't need. Probably it's too late for that. Okay, knowing that this boss is going to take away all my money, maybe I want to spend all my money. We have an Emperor here. Hermit, nice. I don't think we need this Mime. Actually, no, we just don't need it. Alright. Short term, we're not interested in any jokers. We're just using the DNA to copy our queen. Once we get up to 70 cards, then we can swap it out. $12 for a reroll? Sure. Priestess here? I guess. $13. Alright, go Spectral. I didn't find what I was looking for. Okay, we've got incantation for random numbered cards. I could make a gold seal queen and then copy it with the DNA and then get more money that way. Let's try that. Go next. Okay. I don't have the queen to copy. I'm sad again. That's okay. We'll get it again in the future. Let's not copy anything. We don't have to do it every round. We'll go queens and eights here. Ship it. Alright, if I wanted to use the priestess, I could make something into gold. It's not super important. Maybe we'll go gold too. Yeah, this stuff is all pointless. I'll go kings and eights. Don't need the ace. Queens and twos. I want to try to save the 2 kings of clubs for the final hand. Though maybe we don't need to. Maybe we don't need it. Because we know sort of generically any flush house will win. It doesn't have to be kings. But I'll still try for kings. Alright, if I play these 2 queens, I've got 4 more left where that came from. So I can play the queens and the sixes. I said this in the last episode, you want to play whatever you have more of in the deck, that's the one that you want to play. We'll go sixes and eights. I have a lot of sixes, but I don't have necessarily a lot of other stuff. Maybe I played too many queens. I can go sixes and eights here. I can go sixes and twos next. So sixes and eights, let's ship it. Sixes and twos, I can't do. If I go sixes and queens, I have another queen in the deck. So ship it. I haven't been working too hard to try to make the blue seal work because, you know, we already have level 23. You know, we're doing fine level wise. I'm going to play the 2 here for the money. Remember to copy Triboulet. Ship it. Alright, let's spend all the money. No problem. Love re-rolling. There's another priestess. Let's do that first. Earth, Jupiter, Ceres, perfect. Don't buy the standard pack. Reroll for tarot cards. Show me strength. More Uranus. Rebate money? Ah, bummer. Alright, let's go next. Once again here, I don't have the queen to copy. Bummer. In that case, I guess play these queens, these eights, throw away an ace. I could copy the king here. No, I'm going to still hold out on the queens. We could be patient. You know, we already got 558 on the pants. We'll get there. Alright, plenty of queens in the deck, so let's go queens and sixes here. Twos and eights. Queens and sixes. Twos and sixes. I think that's it for the twos. Okay, so we don't need the twos anymore. We can go kings and sixes, getting rid of the two. I have queens that I can play. I have extra queens in the deck. I can go queens and eights here. I have 7 total queens, so I can play 2 pairs of queens, starting here with this pair of queens. I have 1 more pair of queens. I can play 2 kings. Ship it. So we play 2 queens here, we draw the other queen, we play the sixes here, and then that's it. Is there a version of this where we hold on to the gold cards for the final hand? And then that way we get more exit money? How about instead of playing 2 pair here, we play a flush? And then that way we get to keep our money? Flush house. Ship it? So we still got like 5 hands left over. That's too many hands. At least we get a decent amount of lucky money. Alright, what's next? Discard voucher? Ah, bummer. Boss says face cards are debuffed. Why we get all the stinky ones? I will take the wasteful voucher. I'm not going to take the standard pack. I want the Arcana. We don't have the reroll voucher, by the way. Or sorry, we don't have the... What is it? We have this boss reroll voucher. We don't have the other one. What was I saying? What was I trying to say? I don't know. It's late. I'm losing my mind. What was I trying to... Oh, we don't have the interest voucher. So it's okay if we spend a little extra here. I want to get the strength or death card. You know, some kind of tarot before we open the Arcana. Showman I might be interested in after DNA. But for now, maybe death here. $10 rerolls, let's go Arcana. Okay, options. Option 1, save the death card, copy the red seal. probably not necessary. Option 2, we copy the gold seal and use it to make money. I would have to remove something, either a 6 or an 8 or a 2. I have one more ace that I can turn into a 2. I have an odd number of 6s, so I can remove 1 6. Or, since I have less 2s, I should just remove 2s. Let's try that. And what else do I want to do here? We can turn this 6 into glass, and then maybe it'll break. Yeah, maybe something like that. Alright, go next. Boss reroll. That's fine. Okay. We get the queen. Yeah, let's do it. Alright, so the plan now, you get a strength card in the shop, you hold on to the strength card, you start the round, it has a queen in hand, you strength it into a king, copy it with the DNA, that's it. That's the last move, that's all we gotta do. But for now, we got 20 queens, which is kind of maybe too many queens. Maybe problematic number of queens. Let's smash. Yeah, so here, we have these queens, but I actually don't have any pairs. 2 pairs. Maybe we play 2 of the queens. Okay, we can go queens and 2s. We'll go queens and 6s, because we have more 6s left. I'm gonna hold on to the 2. We get the 2. Hit the queens. Alright, we used up all of the non-clubs, so queens and kings are all clubs, so we just need to make sure we have enough kings and queens left over. Let's go kings and 6s. Let's go queens here, we still have 5 more left over. We have a lot of 8s left, so we'll play the 8s. We have kings in hand. How about, since I have the 6s, let's go ahead and play them. Do we want to go 8s and 6s? Do we want to go 8s and queens or kings? Let's go 8s and 6s. How about kings and queens? That leaves me with 1 more king, 1 more queen. We can pair the 8s with the 6s. Ship it. Alright. If we play the ace and a 6, we will draw both the 8 and the 6. So that we can do this. 8s and 6s. Copy Triboulet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ship it. Ooh, already 600. Copy the burglar. Idle, nope. Okay, buffoon pack, we don't really need to look, but it's only $3. There's a chance you get a random negative. Like a low, less than 1% chance. Before we open the Arcana pack, let's look for some tarot cards. Temperance counts as a tarot card. Random negative. Almost kind of looks like a blueprint. Let's not get them mixed up. Hold on to Empress. Temperance again. There's a moon. Moon is fine, but we still want the strength. Justice is okay. We get the strength. Okay, so here's how you do it. We'll take the strength here, open the Arcana pack. I'm not going to use the strength yet. I'm going to hold on to it. I want to make this 2 into glass. Do I want to use the moon here? I could use the moon on the 8s and the 2s. Not going to be relevant. I don't need gold cards. Let's just skip. Okay, make sure let's copy the burglar. Go next. Okay, DNA. So we have the queen here, and we know that we have a ton of extra queens in the deck, so I'm actually going to turn this queen into a king, both of these. The moon card I can use now on the king, or I can wait until I draw my 2 red queens. Let's try that. Alright, ship it. Nice. So now if we look at the full deck here, we've got 12 kings, 18 queens. I would like to add more kings to the deck to even it out. Alright, we want to go up to 70 cards. Let's start by, we want to hold on to this king for the moon. We'll play kings and 8s since we have extras. Ship it. Kings and 8s. How about 2s? 2s and kings. Ship it. I want to play these 2 queens. I want to play 6s. Ship it. We have extra polychrome queens, so I'm just going to play these. Ship it. We have extra 6s, so ship it. One more 2 in the deck. Okay. Queens and 8s. Oh man, where's that last queen? It's gonna be at the bottom. I'm gonna be sad if it's at the bottom. Let's do this. Kings and queens here, and I don't know, diamonds. We'll go clubs. Because I want to play the 6s, and I want to play the queens. We don't need the ace. Smash the 2s. 2 more kings. Play these. How many 6s do I have? I have enough 6s, I should probably play the 6s. Okay. Yeah, once again here, I have this polychrome queen, I have 2 red queens, so I can play these 2 queens. I want to have the final hand have, you know, kind of enough red seals just to be safe. If I play these, I still have 1 more red seal queen, so we can go queens and kings here. Ship it. And then what are we looking for? I can go my final hand, I can do 3 kings and 2 queens. So here we have 2 queens. We can play the 2 sixes. And I think we're ready for the final hand. So here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Flush house. Copying Troubalet. 628. Nice. Okay. Do we want the DNA still? I think the answer is yes. Take the world here. I want to open the Arcana pack. Let's reroll for tarot cards first. So we're still looking for Hung Men. We're still looking for Death. Series is okay. Everything else you kind of just have to ignore it. Don't look. Bear, nope. We can spin the wheel. I'm gonna wait on the wheel. Okay, Fool for series, or we just get money. Could open the Emperor. Actually, I'll just take the money. Wheel, sure. Nice, a little bit extra blue. 17 bucks for a reroll. We should just go next. Alright, with DNA we want to make extra kings. Pretty sure. So something to consider. Queens, you can always turn them into kings with strength cards. Once they're kings, they're locked in. I think I want to use DNA one more time, and I think I want to use it on a queen. And then I'll be good. Then I'll be satisfied. Alright, we'll go queens, or sorry, kings and queens. Kings and sixes. Oh, did we have... Never mind. I would like to, with the DNA, I'd actually like to copy the gold seal rather than copying the red seal. We have enough of the red seals. I would like to get, you know, the opportunity to make more money. Never know when you're going to need it. We got the classic 5 kings. So let's play 2 of them. Oh, I wonder what this is. I guess technically it could be an ace, but if I sort by suit, we know it's clubs. That's a king of clubs. Queens and 2s. Okay, this is either an 8 or a 6. Okay, it has to be an 8. Right, if we sort by suit, it's clubs, so it has to be an 8 of clubs. In that case, we play kings and 8 of clubs. Oh. That was my ace. I wasn't paying attention to the ace. I should have known because you like do the suit sword and it ends up on the right side. I wasn't paying attention. Let's go 6s and queens. Alright, now we don't have the ace anymore. Alright, 2s, queens. This has to be a 6. We go sixes and kings. I have extra queens, eights and sixes. This is diamonds, 8 of diamonds. 8 of diamonds, I have extra queens. I'm actually running out of hands here, which is nice. That's great, that's where we want to be. Okay, sixes and play these 2 queens. Okay. Wait a second, I don't know if this is a king or a queen. I do know if I play the 2 8s here, I'm gonna play these 2 queens, and then I'm gonna draw both a king and a queen. I know that much. Right, so I have 3 kings here, I have a queen, has to be a queen, because that's my last card. And we have room for the blue seal, finally, if that's a thing that we're interested in. Sure, why not? Ship it. Okay, copy the burglar. Tarot merchant? Maybe. This boss says 1 random joker disabled. That could be fine. Could be not fine. I don't know yet. Alright, we got 61 cards on the deck. I want to use the DNA one more time. I think what I want to do... We'll just open the Arcana pack. I'm not going to reroll this time. I'm going to exercise a little bit of restraint. Let's do this. Let's go next. I think I'm going to reroll the boss. What I don't want to happen is Triboulet, Blueprint, Brainstorm. You know, for my final hand. We have like a 50% chance of losing if I land on one of those and they get disabled, like that's bad. Though maybe with enough hands, it's fine. Yeah, there are worse bosses. What I don't want is the yellow boss that turns your joker's face down, because I don't want to have to deal with it. This should be fine. 654 by the way on the pants. DNA. DNA copies the queen. I'd like to get the gold queen. We don't have the gold seal queen. That's okay. I'm just going to go ahead and copy this queen. Now up to 65 cards. 65 cards might be enough. So what I want to do, the reason why I didn't reroll in the shop is I want to use the DNA as much as I can and then reroll after, reroll for Suck and Buskin after. Alright, I think we're supposed to play kings and queens here. Since we have both extra queens and extra kings in the deck. Play the 2s. Right, what's the status on our queens? We have 1 queen of hearts. Keep that in mind. queens and sixes. Kings and eights. 8 more kings. Okay, that's fine. How about queens and sixes again? Nice. We actually do have a decent amount of money. I'm gonna play the 8s and the 6s. Okay, so kings and queens. Opportunity to get rid of an ace here. Only 6 hands left. That's great. Queens and kings here. 18 cards in the deck. $14 cards. I want to make sure I don't run out of hands. Alright, we have 8s and 6s that we can play. Ship it. Okay. If I play 2 kings, I still have another king. If I play 2 queens, I still have 2 more queens. And so we have both a king and 2 queens. Not my best kings and queens, but you know, good enough, I guess. Then I have 1 more 6, I have 1 more 8, I have 1 more 2. Any of those will work. Ship it. So 2s and 8s here, and then we draw the queen. Perfect. Copy Triboulet. Okay, so 65 cards is kind of correct amount. Though there is like a lot of noise. You know, there's cards that are not my best. So maybe what we do is we hang them. And then still use the DNA. I want to get the Tarot Merchant after because I want to have a chance of getting Sock My Buskin. Dusk would also work, though maybe Dusk is less effective against this particular boss. I'm going to open the Arcana pack now so I can use the Hung Man. Oh. Awkward. Do we ditch the DNA? I guess. Okay, in that case, do I use the Hung Man here? Or do we get death? I'll still use the Hung Man here. What do we get? Canio? He can hang out, he could come along for the ride. But we can do better, for sure. We could get business money. Alright, he's out of here. Alright, if we got business money, we don't need the clown. Sock My Buskin. That's it. Now we buy Tarot Merchant. That's it. Moon? Yeah. Hung Man? Sure. It's gonna reduce a little bit. I'd like to get my ace out of here. We get the death card. Alright, we got perfect tarot cards. Let's go next. Copying the burglar. Now, copy sock my buskin for the money. Okay. What do I want to do with the death and the hung man? I have extra queens. I have a little bit less of the kings. I think what I want to do is use the death on kings. Use the death on kings. Okay. Use the hung man on an ace and or the twos. Ship it. Okay, good. Now that we have socked my buskin, if we play kings and queens together, too many points. Don't do that. That's dangerous. Let's go queens and eights. I guess I don't have to copy sock my buskin as many times, but I want the money. And so I'm willing to take some risks for money. Kings and sixes. Okay, we're not allowed to play kings and queens together until the next ante. And the next ante, it should be fine. Because if just kings and queens, or sorry, if just one pair is E14 or E13, then two pair would be, you know, already E23. That's why it's too many. But next ante the score will be higher, so next ante should be safe. Alright, queens with eights. This is exhausting. This is mentally taxing. I've already made a couple goofs already, and there will be more. Minor goofs. Nice. How about okay, so see here, I have kings, but I don't have any pairs. So what I can do, I could do the queen with the two. But if I do that, is it going to be too many points? If I do two queens with my kings. Or, to be safe, we just play two kings here. Alright, now the twos we can play. Twos we can play with two kings. Smash. Nice. Okay, this is my last 8. Let's go sixes and kings. How about 2 and 8, we remove them. Once again here, maybe if I have these queens and these kings, maybe that's fine. Before we ship it, what do we have left? We have 6s, we have 2s. I don't have any pairs that are not kings and queens. I think I think we just pull back with Sock My Buskin here. I think that's just the answer. I think that's it. I think that means... this avoids the overscoring problem. Yeah. Alright, we fixed it. Except now I have a bunch of queens in hand. Okay, well... actually, you know what? I was gonna use a death card anyway. Use the death on the 2. And then go kings and queens this way. How about kings and queens this way? I'm gonna keep the gold ones till the last hand, that way I can copy Sock My Buskin and get more money. I'd like to remove the ace, play the 6s with these queens. $700. I wonder if we could get to 1,000. That'd be kind of neat. I have the moon. Alright, if I go kings and queens here, I'm gonna have one more, I'm gonna run out. So I think now is the time we play the queens for the money, and I have 4 cards on the deck. I want to use the hung man on the 2 and the ace. So ship it. Ace and 2. Hang him. Kings, queens. Alright. If we copy Sock My Buskin, that's plenty. So if we want to score more points, you would split them. Troubalet and Sock My Buskin here. You wouldn't do all copies on Sock My Buskin. But because I want to try to get more lucky card money, copy Sock My Buskin. It's like you can see score-wise, we did about the same as what we were doing before when we were copying Troubalet. Misprint? Sure, welcome to the team. Celestial, nope. Okay. Now what are we doing with our money? Tarot cards. Give me tarot cards. Fool for a hung man? I would rather have death. I think we hold on to the fool for a death card. Shouldn't be that hard. We got the tarot merchant. Show me some tarot cards. What are my non-clubs? My non-clubs I don't care about. Okay. Emperor. Hung man again. Nope. Emperor again. Bummer. Emperor one more time. Let's try the Arcana pack. Alright, Emperor again. Temperance gives me a refund. Fool could be a temperance, could be 50 bucks. I think we still hold the fool for death. Rats. Go next. Oh, we didn't copy the burglar. Ah, that's okay. Sad. Oh, these blueprints, by the way, they're not gonna work if this is disabled. Oh well. Kings and queens. Copying Sock My Buskin? Don't copy Sock My Buskin. You know what's gonna happen now? We're gonna get like 900 on the pants. We're not gonna get 1,000. And it's because of that goof up. And I'm gonna be sad. Let's get rid of some kings. Let's not get rid of our kings. Trying to decide what's the safest way to do this. I don't know. Sock My Buskin. True Belay is disabled. So what's nice about this is you can't get back to back. You can't get repeats. So if True Belay is disabled now, then it'll be not disabled for the next hand. You know, that's information. I could use the moon here. I'm not going to use the moon because I don't care. Ship it. So the only way we lose is if True Belay gets hit. And if True Belay gets hit, it'll become undisabled on the next hand. So let's start here. Sock My Buskin, we didn't need it. Alright, we have extra queens, so we play these queens. Discard this 6. So we don't want True Belay to get hit. If True Belay gets hit, then we play another hand and then True Belay gets freed. Brainstorm we don't need. Though we don't have the queens yet. That's awkward. Can we win a 4 of a kind? Probably not. So let's figure this out. Let's play the 3 kings. If True Belay gets hit, we lose. Blueprint we don't need. Okay. We're going to do some science here. I'm going to show you how to score the most points. So, card with red seal, that's 2. Sock My Buskin, that's 3. So just those. 1, 2, 3 activations. True Belay is 1 times 2. And then you have Polychrome. So the most points you get are from copying True Belay. And then the extra blueprint could be either True Belay or actually Sock My Buskin probably. But with this configuration, go ahead and ship it. 722 on the pants. And see E36 scoring way more than before. Alright, move the burglar so we don't make the same mistake again. Liquidation, fine. Standard pack, I could, if it's either a king or a queen, I could add it. But it's not, so I'll skip it. Okay, we have a mega pack here. Still looking for death. World, nope. We got a lot of extra money. Money for re-rolling, potentially. Hermit. I should probably check the boss. Make sure it's... yeah, diamonds debuffed, not a problem. Series. Show me death. We don't get death, but we get temperance. Fine. Anything else I want from here? I'm just gonna skip. Hermit again. Nope, we keep holding on to the Fool. Where's the death cards? Go next. E25. I might be able to play kings and queens. That would be huge. Give me kings and queens. Okay, so that's E12 without polychrome and without the red seal. Okay. Good to know. More queens than kings, so we'll play queens and sixes. Eights and queens. Oh, I should play the kings because I have more of them in hand. That's the correct move. Yeah, don't worry about what's in the deck. If you have more in hand, you should play the ones you have in hand. Alright, these queens with these kings, the two pair. If we get the lucky activation, if we get the plus 20, then it's too many. So, let's do this. I'll go one copy, sock my buskin. Okay. I'm just testing the waters here. Sixes and queens. I don't feel like actually calculating it, so we'll just go with what feels right. We know one copy of Sock My Buskin is safe. We'll try 2 copies next, if we need to, which we don't need to yet. 738 on the pants. Okay, pair of 8s, we have extra queens. Alright, so now it's kings and queens again. This time with red seals. Copy blueprint. Or sorry, copy Sock My Buskin. So 2 blueprints, we're not using Brainstorm. That was E20. E20 is enough. I don't want to, you know, I don't want to risk it. So kings and queens again. E20. Oh, we did get the lucky plus 20 there. Nice. Alright, 6s. Kings. Ship it. I have one more queen. I'm out of kings. So we play the queens, we play the eights, and then that's it. Ooh, money. Kings and queens. This should be plenty. I could have played the 2. Should have played the 2. That's $3. Well, it's $2 because it costs $1 to play it. So we have E29 even with this suboptimal scoring. Or we better get the death card this time. Give me the Tarot Tycoon. We got the Tarot Merchant. Give me the Tarot Tycoon. There were 3 Magicians. We don't need Dusk. Maybe Dusk would be better than Sakma Busk and they don't have to worry about it. In the next ante, the scores will be higher. Hung Man. Nope. Hermit. Sure. 4 Magicians. If we just bought the Magician, we could have had so many other different tarot cards. Nope. Hung Man again. A lot of Hung Men. But do you want to use the moon? Sure. Spin the wheel. Copy the burglar. Queens and 6s. Let's keep it moving here. I acknowledge this part of the run is not, you know, super exciting. We do have, you know, 754 on the pants. I could speed it up a little bit more. You know, I have that power, but you know, one concern is like if you get too comfortable, if you get used to it being on the higher speed, you can't go back. You know, just like when you've been playing at ×4 speed, you can't go back to ×1 speed. If you've been playing at the ×32 speed, you can't go back. I don't need this too. We gotta go faster. ×32. How about queens and 8s? Ship it? That's what it looks like. You know, if that's a thing that you're into. We can go queens and 8s. That's it for the 8s. Kings and 6s. Alright, we're done with the 8s. Go queens and kings again. You know, probably it is safe. Probably. If I had to guess. Yeah. we'll just do this. We'll just leave Sock My Buskin there. We don't need to juggle it anymore. We've got more queens in the deck, so we'll play the queens. I'm just being a little bit overly cautious. So, ship it. If I play kings and queens, I still have enough for a flush house. Okay. I'm going to copy the Triboulet here, just for science. So, flush house copying Triboulet, this is what it looks like. E41, nice. 778 on the pants. Okay, standard pack. Nope. King or a queen? We get a jack. I could get a 6. Add another 6 to the deck. Could add 2 6s to the deck. Yeah, why not? We got room. I have one more 2 that I want to remove. I want to remove the 8s. 6s are fine. I just want to have the extra cards to actually use them all. Moon we don't care about. Invisible we don't need. Just checking that we don't need it. What's this boss, by the way? Oh yeah. Diamonds. Still no death. Quite the drought. Despite all my rage. Go next, make sure we copy the bungler here. We can go... Alright, Sock My Buskin. 6s with queens. Kings with queens. Sixes with queens. We don't need to pay super close attention until we get down to our last, like, you know, maybe 15 cards or something like that. So, you know, we'll just go based on vibes. Remembering that we have an extra 2. Two is extra. And since it's clubs, we actually do get the money. I don't have to play it as a separate hand. That's kind of nice. Alright, just make sure I have kings left. Kings and queens here. Sure. 12 cards in the deck. I'm out of 6s, I'm out of 8s, I'm out of kings. So if I play these 2 kings, I get to draw 1 more king. My final hand will be kings and queens. 3 kings. I can play the 2 queens. I have more queens. 4 cards left in the deck. Ship it. Alright, so 3 kings, 2 queens. If I play these, that's not enough. Alright, final hand, copy True Ballet and then ship it. Get the bungler for later. E45, 800 on the pants. Let's keep cooking. We got the retcon, that's huge. There's a lot of stinky bosses for us, and now we don't have to deal with them. Give me death. Oh. Do I care about steel? Nope. Alright, what do I want to use the death on? I want to use the death on the 2, but we don't have that. So use it on an 8 and get an extra king. So 8 turns into a king. I'm going to use the Fool for death here, and I'm just going to fire it off. That way we have a chance of getting a Fool later. Or getting a death later. Yeah, let's just skip. And then roll. There's death again, nice. I could roll for Fool to go with my death card. I'm just gonna use it. Okay, we get the Fool anyway. So now, once again here, 1 more king. Oh, I'd like to copy the gold seal if we can. Get a couple of those going. Alright, holding on to death. I'm going to reroll for a Fool. Maybe. We get the DNA again? What? That means we can hang him. Dude, that means we can hang him. Give me the hung man. All of a sudden I changed my mind. I'm into it again. You know, that's the thing. Not all the time is the time for the hung man. But I think right now could be time. I have no qualms with spending all the money. I just get so much money. Ooh, hang him. Give it to me. I think there I'm gonna stop re-rolling. Discard random cards. Heck no. -1 hand size. That's probably fine, but on principle, heck no. Face cards face down. Nope. Discard random cards. Face down after played. How come we get all the stinky ones? Okay, I think we'll fix this. We'll fix this. Maybe -1 hand size is not that bad. Alright, do I want to use DNA? I think the answer is yes. $62 cards in the deck. Yeah. Alright. Do I want to hang him here? 6 and 2. I think the answer is also yes. I'm going to play the queen. Even though I have extra kings, I'm going to play the queen because money. And I'll use the death card to copy a king. And then that way it'll balance out. Alright, well, 2 queens, 2 kings. Ship it. Do I want to use a death on a 6? I'd rather use a death on an 8 if I had to choose, if you gave me the option. Let's play kings and queens. So I have 8s here. Uh-oh, where are my kings at? Do I throw away a 6? Nah. We'll draw a 6 right now. Nice. And we get the king. So 6s and queens. We draw an 8. We copy it with death. Okay. Kings and queens. Ship it. I'm going to use justice on the next 8s that I draw. So we can smash. Alright, even amounts, kings and queens in the deck. Even-ish. There's a 6. 5 6s. Glass 8. All the people who skipped to the end are going to be so confused how we ended up with the negative DNA. Kings and queens. Ship it. You know, DNA is not my favorite art, but I do like the negative DNA. I think the black background does a lot for it. I also really like misprint. I like that the negatives have like the gold on them, the shininess to them. Alright, 8s and queens. Technically I have 5 kings in the deck, which is a lot of kings, but if I have 4 queens in hand, I should play the queens that I have in hand. Alright, if I do this, I still have queens and kings left over. Play 6s. If I go 6s and kings, I draw my 2 kings. Then I can go 6s and 8s. Ship it. Sixes and 8s here. Kings and queens. Flush house. We know copying Triboulet works. We've done it before. That's it. E45. Copy the bungler. We have 400 bucks. Alright, well, it's tarot time. I don't need the standard packs anymore since I have the DNA. Freebie DNA. Hung Man, yes. Fool, yes. Do I care about rolling for a death card? I mean, we have the money, might as well. You know, when you got this kind of reroll money, might as well. Glass as a way of removing cards is okay. Strength? Do you want to try to turn 6s into 8s? Nah. Oh, I'm supposed to save money for rerolling the boss, huh? Finally one hand type. Nope. Cards face down. That one got us last time. Maybe I don't like that. Extra large. Easy. Okay. We want extra kings. That's the thing that we want to do. I'll use the hung man on future 8s that I draw. If I have 68 cards in the deck, so we've got 16 hands. 16 hands times 4 cards is 64. Okay. So I think we don't add any more cards to the deck, except I'm going to use 2 hung men, and so we do add more cards to the deck. And I think what I want to do, use death to get the gold queens, and then use DNA to copy a queen or king. I don't know. Let's see here. Let's copy the Sock My Buskin. 8s and kings. We'll figure it out. Queens and kings. Sixes and kings. I want to remove 8s. Kings and queens. Remove 8s. Use the Fool for the hung man. I think using Fool for hung man is going to be faster than death. That's my plan anyway. Sixes and queens. Oh yeah, by the way, 850 on the pants. Maybe I keep the gold seal, that way I can copy it with death. How about these queens and these kings? There's my 8. Looking for another 8. There's 2 8s. We can hang them. If I play these queens and kings, I should have more queens left. Ooh, money. Okay. I have extra queens, so play these. 10 cards left in the deck. Okay, death goes here on 8. Five kings in hand. So play the kings with the 6s. This should work. So, all right, play kings and queens. Is there a version of this where I can play a flush house that doesn't win? Probably not. Alright, we want to copy Triboulet for the final hand. Final hand is kings with these queens specifically. Ship it. $866. Temperance? Yeah. Celestial Pex first. Series? Nope. Series? Yeah. We got 700 bucks from just one round. Alright, you know what we're looking for. Oh, I could use strength? Oh, you know what? I should just use the DNA to make queens and then turn queens into kings as needed. Duh. We just use temperance, so maybe we don't use the wheel. In case I get a fool, I can copy temperance. Or if I get a fool, I want to hold on to the fool. Hungman. Okay. Do we care about a fool card? I have 2 more 8s. Bunch of 6s. Yeah, I think we still go for the Hungman. Give me a fool. Getting kind of expensive. You know what's crazy? I think I'm gonna not do the death card. Oh well. What I could do is I could use the strength on the queen and then copy it and then make the gold kings that way. Or I can use the strength after. I'm going to save the strength until I need it. Probably. Start with kings and queens. Sock my buskin. Kings and queens. Well, let's go queens and 6s. These kings with these queens. Yeah, I don't know. We got 6s here. We got 6s to go with our kings. I'm looking at the deck and I'm seeing like we got way too many queens. But I still have 6s to pair with my queens, so... Kings and queens. Kings and queens. What's going to happen is I'm going to use the strength on 2 queens, use the death to copy a queen into a king. That's what we're going to do. Use the Hungman on the 8s. All right. Sixes with queens. I'm gonna keep this 6 because this is the 6 that I'm probably gonna use the death on. All right, if we look at the totals here, 31 queens, 25 kings. Play sixes with queens. Okay, I'm basically out of sixes. Kings and queens here. All right, we're getting to the bottom. Getting to the bottom of this. Three queens left. I think it's time. Three queens takes me to 6 queens and 5 kings. So let's say I do this. Let's say I play the 2 pair, kings and queens. That's gonna leave me with 3 kings and 4 queens. 4 queens, I can turn 2 of them into kings safely. That's the plan. I'm gonna ditch the 6 here. Gives me a better chance of drawing the 8. Copy Triboulet. Remove the 8s. Okay. 2 queens. I want to strength up these queens, the gold ones. Use death on a king. That leaves me with queens and kings. So we have the flush house. And then our final deck here, we've gotten rid of the 8s. We've got 6, 9 6s, even amounts kings and queens. Flush house, ship it. 896 on the pants. Nice. All right, folks, taking a look at the clock here. What I'd like to do, we've already got the record here. We already got the 900 pants. I'd like to take it further. I'd like to go even higher. What we'll do is we'll finish it live. We'll do it on Twitch, and then probably it'll be Friday this week on Twitch, and then the VOD will be on YouTube the next day. All right. Take care, everyone.